What's up, guys? Welcome back to Latin Chopsticks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, today we're finally doing a video. Actually, it's been a while from one of my own viewers that are commenting on the videos. I had 2 people comment, 2 people email, and like 3 of my friends recommend this place throughout the couple years and then throughout the last 2 months. Today, we're gonna be going to Selam, an Ethiopian restaurant. So supposedly this is the best Ethiopian restaurant in all of Orlando. And yeah, we're gonna definitely go and try it. I was told to try the veggie platter and the meat platter. Completely, as always, honest. Never had Ethiopian food. I have no idea what type of food it is. I have no idea how to pronounce the food when I try to look it up. So I'm gonna let you guys know right now. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see what each thing is. I'm gonna try to guess what it is, or if the menu has the details, I'll check the menu out and see the details and share with you guys. But I'm gonna go in at this completely blind. I wanna show like a very genuine reaction to the food and the type of food and things like that. But I'm really hungry. I haven't had breakfast today, and I'm definitely taking advantage of this. Gotta run a couple errands, and then around the errands that I need to run is the restaurant. So I figured we could knock 2 birds with 1 stone. So I'm starving, I'm ready. I'll see you guys later. All right, guys, awesome. We are here. We're in the restaurant. Super nice, super quiet. The food looks really, really good. The plates are massive. Actually looking through the menu, they have a huge, extensive amount of items here, which is really impressive. They have lunch and dinner specials and things like that. They have vegetarian and vegan dishes. They have house specials. They have sides, they have kids options, they have dessert. They have a whole bunch of hot drinks, a whole bunch of cold drinks. I mean, I'm really impressed with the amount of stuff that they offer here. They also have Ethiopian beer and stuff, but it's a little early. It's like 1 p.m. right now, and it's not something I'm gonna, personally, I don't like drinking beer that early. So I'm gonna look through it. In all honesty, the plates that people have mentioned to me and my 2 commenters had mentioned is basically get the meat platter, which has its own name. I can't see if I can find it real quick. I think it's the cornice? I'm not sure. I'd have to ask him. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Selam meat and veggie combination special. It brings like a little bit of everything so we could try it all out. And it's just one giant dish. So we're gonna go ahead and try that one out. We're gonna see how it is. I may order some appetizers here and there to try, like maybe some samosas or something like that, just to kind of get a variety of other items besides those 2 or that 1 special item. But yeah, honestly, I'm super excited. I've never had Ethiopian food. As soon as you open that door, the herbs smell super strong and it smells really good. Super friendly staff, and the restaurant is absolutely beautiful. It's very simplistic, but it's like, it has the right amount of trying to think of how to word it, like culture. I really like it. The table's decorated with like human history facts and stuff. Like, I'll show you guys all this. I might be showing through your screen now as we go. But yeah, I'm gonna take a couple of minutes to look this over, kind of read of what each thing is. I'm most likely gonna order that special. I'm gonna try to see if there's anything else I may be able to order where I don't have too much food, because I'm gonna take it home with me, obviously. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes once the food's out. All right, guys, awesome. So we got our first items, and we ended up getting, as I mentioned, the chicken samosa, we got a beef samosa, and then we got some lentil samosas. So let's go ahead and check this out. So as you guys can see here, we have 4 different samosas in 3 different flavors, and then we have this beautiful homemade sauce that he says goes delicious with the samosas themselves. First thing we're gonna try out of these. Just from looking at them, the dough's really thin, super hot to the touch, meaning they're freshly made. And I can tell this is gonna be really flaky and crispy, and like the inside, it just from feeling it, feels it's gonna be super stuffed. So let's go ahead and try this lentil one out first. All right, guys, it's extremely hot to the touch. My goodness, I'm kind of burning myself. All right, let's go ahead and try this out. Oh my God, the flavor is phenomenal. Oh my gosh, you guys gotta check the inside out. So as you guys can see, this is super stuffed with like lentils. The flavor's amazing. It's a little bit spicy. It has a delicious lentil flavor. The outside super crunchy, super hot to the touch, like I mentioned. Not greasy at all. There's a little bit of a shine, but because the dough is so thin, it actually didn't absorb too much of that grease. We're gonna go ahead and see if I can do this with 1 hand. We'll put that down there. This sauce is, I believe, also pretty spicy. So we're gonna try just a little bit, gonna put it on there. We're gonna try another bite of this. Oh my goodness, guys, this is delicious. All right, let's go ahead and try this out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, sorry, I had to eat the whole thing before I could keep talking. I couldn't stop, it was just amazing. Oh my gosh, the flavors, the herbs that are in there, the lentils, 100% the lentil and the lentil one is the star of the samosa. Super crispy, crunchy outside. They're super light when you bite down into it. The homemade sauce, delicious. It adds a little bit more spice, but because it has like pepper and tomato in it, it kind of miles down as well at the same time. It's nice and like a way to cool down that delicious samosa. Next one we're gonna try out is gonna be the chicken one. They look exactly the same on the outside, maybe it's a little more plump. I'm gonna take a bite into it and let's go ahead and check it out. All right, let's try this. Oh my God. Here's a look at the inside of this. So guys, the flavors, as I mentioned, amazing. It's like insane because it's so perfectly balanced with the herbs, super flavorful. It is a little bit dry, but that's normal because it's chicken. We're gonna go ahead and have some of this delicious sauce that's gonna go right on it. You can definitely see some of the herbs, some of the spices. The chicken is all grounded up, but it's hard to explain, but you can tell that it's actual chicken, like that they've grinded down into this. So it's pretty much like homemade ground chicken. So let's go ahead and try this out with the sauce. All right. I'm really hoping I don't get full with this. It's genuinely extremely difficult to stop after taking that first bite. Oh man. Now I want to try the beef one. This is the last one we have left. It's a little thinner than the other ones. Super crispy as well. Let's go ahead and try it out. Oh God. I guess this one tastes completely different than the other ones. Obviously you got some ground beef. There's some delicious herbs in there as well. You got that very slight spice. Same thing, super crispy and crunchy outside. It is delicious, same as all the other ones. Let's go ahead and put this down here as best as I can with one hand. This delicious sauce has a little bit of the seeds, a little bit of herbs and spices. Oh my goodness, that's a little too much. All right, let's go ahead and just kind of top that on there. Just a little bit more. Let's go ahead and have this. All right guys, that's the rest of it here. Guys, the flavors. The spice is very mild, but it's there and it's apparent when you're eating. And this adds this complexity to them. Oh my God. Honestly, the meat and the lentils were so rich in flavor. I am super excited for that special dish that I got. The dish that I was recommended that we ordered, they actually have them where they give you a whole bunch of different meats and a whole bunch of different veggie options, all in the same, like vegan options, all in the same plate. From what I saw when we came in, looking at other tables, the plates are like pretty much like this big. So we'll see how it is. Of course, you can just order vegan options if you want. You can just order the meat option if you want. I decided to get both. I could try a little bit of everything, but thank you so much so far. And like I said, I've only had those, and just the flavors are so complex and so delicious and so well balanced. I'm 90% sure that whatever's coming next is gonna be even better. So thank you so much for recommending this restaurant, guys. I really appreciate it. Sorry it took so long to do this. It's been a little chaotic, as you guys know, in Florida for the last couple of weeks. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. As soon as that other plate comes out, though, we're ready to dig in. So I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. All right, guys, perfect. So this came out. This is huge. And then we're gonna have the gentleman kind of explain what each of these dishes or which each of these sides are. So go ahead.
Yes.
Thank you.
My name is Pkwy.
Thank you, Pkwy.
You're welcome. So this is we call it Selam meat and veggie special platter, which is very, very popular platter. A lot of people, order this platter. So we have a meat and veggie, which is this part right here, and the meat, the chicken breast, sauteed with pepper on it.
Okay, that's that one.
And the dark one right there, the beef stew,
that one.
Spicy.
Awesome.
And another beef stew, mild, a lot of flavor.
Gotcha. Awesome.
And we have homemade cottage cheese. And,
oh.
It's very good. Just in case it's spicy, you can sprinkle on top of that. Just lower the spice.
Okay, awesome. It tones it
Now
down.
the side is our veg combination. We have collard greens, a mixture of veggie, which is cabbage, carrot, potato, the red lentil, a little bit spicy, and the yellow split pea. And this is, we call it timatim fitfit, which is fresh tomato and it's scrambled with injera.
With this, okay, gotcha.
Yes, and the house salt right in the center, and you have injera perimeter, and rolls, those injeras made out of TFF, which is the most product from Ethiopia. And,
Awesome.
You get like gluten-free and rich iron and protein. So,
Wow, okay.
so what you do, you just grab one of the roll and just break it and just scoop it up, just one top of another, mix it up.
Understand. Oh, that's delicious. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. And just make sure the bottom parts are the best part, and all flavor, everything sitting on it.
Everything is sitting on it. Okay, gotcha. Thank you very much.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome.
Thank you.
You're
Okay, so I am super excited. This is a lot of food. I want to say I'm not going to be able to eat it all, but it's been so delicious. I'm kind of scared that I might. All right, guys, so obviously I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand, but I'm going to grab a piece of this, just kind of tear it. Here. These are rolls that they unroll up, and then we're just going to try one by one and go from there. So this is the chicken. So this has chicken, and it's a little bit mild. This one's spicy, and that's the other beef stew. But let's go ahead with the chicken first. Let's try this out. All right, guys, this is amazing, man. I haven't even tried it. It just smells so good. Let's try this out. Oh my God. It has green pepper, red pepper, onions. The sauce is super flavorful, has the perfect level of spice. It's the perfect level of salt. And then you get these pieces of the chicken, which would be dry, but because it's covered in that delicious sauce, it ends up being amazing. All right, guys, now we're gonna go for the meat. He did say to put cottage cheese to tone down the spice, but I wanna try this out first with just this. So let's go ahead and get 2 chunks and kind of like some of the sauce. We're gonna go ahead and try this out. It's a little messy, but oh, it's so freaking amazing. Let's try this baby out. All right, guys, so we're gonna try the meat. Oh my God, it's spicy. It's a bit sweet because it looks like it's tomato based or has tomato in the sauce. Oh my God, that's some delicious stuff. And I didn't even put any cottage cheese. Let's put some cottage cheese in it now. It's kind of difficult here, and I apologize, guys, but you gotta eat this with your hands. We're gonna get a bit of cottage cheese because I love cheese in general. We're gonna try to see if I can grab some of this meat again. Very messy. This kind of seems like it would be really fun to do with kids. But there we go, we got some cheese and some of that, more of that meat. Let's try that out. All right, guys. Oh my God. That meat is so soft, so tender. So delicious. The spice is very slight, or at least for me, it's very slight, so it's not overwhelming. I feel like the samosas were a little more spicy. The reason the samosas were more spicy is because they had either the lentils, the chicken, or the beef, but then it had a little bit of jalapeno, a little bit of herbs, a little bit of onions. So it had that perfect balance, and it's not deep fried, it's lightly fried on both sides with vegetable oil, so that's why it wasn't so overly greasy. Oh my goodness. We're gonna go ahead and try the other beef stew. In my opinion, just as good as the other one. It almost tastes exactly the same. A little less sweet and a little less spicy, but amazing nonetheless. We're gonna try it with some cheese. What blows me away is how nice and tender that is. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're gonna try some of the collard greens now. Now, when he first placed this, I genuinely thought it was like fried, like kind of sauteed, not fried, sauteed spinach. But this is actually collard greens, so we're gonna go ahead and get a bit. Let's go ahead and try this baby out. All right. Oh my God, delicious. A little bit bitter. Collard greens do tend to be a bit bitter when they're cooked, but it's very mild. If you want, you can kind of mix it up with the meats or something like that, but I'm telling you guys, the flavors are so good, man. So far, like everything is individually seasoned. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, guys, the next thing we're gonna try out is the mixed vegetables. I believe he had mentioned that it was potatoes, as well as some carrots and Unfortunately, I had a piece of meat in there. Let's go ahead and throw that over here. I don't want to get mixed up with meat. Oh, there's a little bit more here. And we'll try that later. But I want to try each one individually before I start mix and matching. But oh my gosh, I think that's some onion there. Oh, I gotta try this out. Let's go ahead. That's a big bite though. Oh my goodness. It's sweet. It's creamy. Surprisingly, the onion has a little bit of a pickled flavor. He explained everything. Hopefully when I like watch the video back when I'm editing it, I remember. But it's so good. Right now I'm getting to the more exciting part for the vegetables. I love lentils. I feel like that's some of the most delicious like grain you can have. So this one is red lentils, and they're a bit spicy. And as you guys remember, these right here are gonna be the chickpeas, I think, cut in half, or something peas. But let's go ahead and try the red lentils. So as you guys can tell, let's go ahead and get, ended up being a way too big of a piece. I gotta start cutting them smaller because I'm gonna run out of this for the rest of the dish. But I mean, you can tell, look at the seasonings, look at the glow, look at the seeds on there. Let's go ahead and try this out. All right, guys. It has light spice, it's sweet. Whatever's making some of these items sweet, I think is the same thing that makes it spicy. So because it's sweet and spicy, it kind of balances itself out where it's not overwhelming or I'm like, oh, I'm desperate to drink and things like that. I was thirsty when I got here, so I drank all of the lemonade that I got. But, oh, the quality of the food. Let's go ahead and try these out. I can't do this justice no matter how good I'm talking about them. You guys just have to come to this. So this is gonna be a must visit in Orlando. Right. I apologize for this. It's just I'm constantly getting my hands dirty, but all right, we're gonna go ahead and get some of this. Let's go ahead and try these out. All right. Oh my God. That's 100% chickpeas. It's so rich in flavor. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get a little bit more to see if I can better describe it. Thank you. Yes, please. Thank you so much. This is some of the best food I've ever had, in all honesty. Thank you very much. Whoever made this, you guys, extreme talent. It is amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy, okay?
Thank you. Will do. So the chickpea, he was nice enough. He brought me back some more lemonade. The chickpeas, it's one of the best things. Like, everything's amazing, but this is one of the best. It's nice, it's sweet. You get that strong chickpea flavor. The texture is great because it's cooked, but they're not completely soggy where they're like mashed up in your mouth. You still have them. You can feel that texture of the half-cut chickpeas, and it kind of adds a little bit of depth into the actual like dish and flavor. So now we're gonna try this, which is basically the bread mixed with tomatoes and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and show you. It looks like there's some jalapenos in there, red onion, tomatoes, and then the bread, and it's covered in some sort of sauce, which I don't know what it is, but we're gonna go ahead and try it out now. All right, let's try this out. Oh my God. I think it's covered in the same sauce that the salad is covered, or I don't know if it's like, you know when you make a salad and you get like the deep end of the salad, the bottom part has like that vinaigrette left from like the juices of the vegetable and stuff. That's what it tastes like, but it's so good. Let's go have some salad here. Oh my God. This is some of the most unique way I've ever had salad. Even when we went to Dubai last year, I was never able to do this. I'm super impressed. I'm gonna try to finish as much as I can and take the rest home. My wife has to try this. I don't know how much she'll like because she really dislikes lentils, but regardless, there's so many other options and I want her to try it. This is one of the best restaurants that I've been to in Orlando. It's so simplistic in the sense of it's really nice, it's elegant, but it's like, it's right next to SeaWorld. But how do I explain it? I feel like I can just come here at any time and I'm gonna be having the same service. There's no like, I don't know, it's hard for me to explain. I'm just so taken aback of how delicious this food is, especially the chicken. I didn't even give it enough. Just everything, I can't focus on one thing. Personally, the one thing, if I had to choose that I don't like out of all of them, even though I like all of them, it would be the collard greens, but come on, that's obvious. Everything else is just so unique in flavor, so creamy, crunchy. The textures are it's not like you're putting it in your mouth and it's just all tastes the same because it's all mushy. Like, because kind of when I first saw it online, I was kind of concerned in regards to that. I was like, oh, it's like all mushy stuff. No, they really take into consideration their textures. The salad has the crunch, The onion adds a crunch to this. The sweetness of the chicken, the creaminess of the chicken, the softness of this here. Oh my goodness gracious. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep eating. I'm gonna finish this, as I was mentioning, as much as I can. And then I might get dessert. It looks like the desserts they have here are pretty traditional. So you have your typical, you have tiramisu, you have cheesecake, you have chocolate cake, and there's another item. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this as best as I can. And I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. All right guys, excellent. So we ended up getting some desserts. And I kind of asked them, there's a few, as I mentioned, there's, you know, they actually have carrot cake, they have tiramisu, they have cheesecake, baklava, and I believe they have chocolate cake as well. So I asked them like, what was their special here? And the one that's homemade is the baklava. So I gotta show you guys this, but he was also nice enough to give me this herb tea. It looks amazing. I don't know if it can see it on the angle of the camera, but basically he said it's made out of caramel, cloves, and sugar and honey. I'm sorry. So we're gonna try it out in a moment. The smell coming off of it is really, really, really good. But let's go ahead and check this out. All right, guys. So this is the baklava. He went ahead and gave me a fork and a knife. I'll try to use the fork on its own. If not, then I'll definitely use the knife. It has pistachios. Let's go ahead and get a decent size. Yep, we're definitely gonna use the knife. I don't want to destroy this. So let me see if I can do this with one hand. If not, I'll definitely cut it and we'll continue recording. Yep, so give me guys 1 second. I guess it's very difficult to cut for me, but let's go ahead and try this out and see how good it is. Man, the smell coming off of this. It was cloves, cinnamon, and caramel. That's what it's made of, sorry. And that's a special in-house tea that they make with their own blend. So he also gave me a little bit of, that looks like, I forgot the name of it, but that looks like it's not regular sugar. I think that's cane sugar, so it's gonna be delicious with this in case I need it. But let's go ahead and try this baklava out. Okay, guys. Warm. The outer layer is super crispy, but then it is so soft and, I don't want to say creamy because that's not the right word, but it's so soft and tender on the inside because it's freshly made. You get those layers of nuts, you get that honey. The interesting part is you also get a little bit of bitterness from the nuts, from like the skin of the nuts. But it balances really, really well together. I'd say it really rivals the fresh baklava that I had in Dubai with my wife. Wow, I'm 99% sure I'm gonna need sugar for this. I'm a person that likes to drink coffee with sugar, coffee with milk and sugar. Even my tea, I put sugar in it. I'm not typically one to drink tea without it, but I want to try it fresh, just the way they made it. I'm most likely not gonna like it, but don't judge it. That's just me. Let's go ahead and try this out, because he says this kind of cleans your palate every time you take a bite out of the baklava. Wow, that's, my lip touched the glass, and that is some potently hot stuff. Wow, that's actually really good. I don't need any sugar for that. It's not bitter. It's just, oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys have ever like broken or kind of grinded yourselves on like a, what's the name of that? Like a mortar, and like you kind of like grind your own like herbs or your own spices. That fragrance, oh my God, the fragrance you get, like the smell's already pretty potent when it comes out, but drinking it, the fragrance like completely cleans your palate and goes in your whole mouth. Because it's so hot, it kind of soothes the throat, cleans everything, cleans that honey, cleans those things stuck on your teeth. It's, wow. Guys, this has been, oh my God, this has been one heck of an experience. And the reason I'm reacting like this is because I promise you guys, I've never had Ethiopian food. I'm so happy that you guys kind of, multiple of you commented on coming here and trying this place out, telling me that it's delicious, so I can have that first idea of how good Ethiopian food is. Everything here is so delicious. The service, he is such a nice person, such an amazing gentleman. He was constantly checking up on me. Like the restaurant has like maybe 4 or 5 people. That's because I came super early. Sometimes it gets busier throughout the day, and he says when it's super busy, the plate that I had is on like 80 or 90% of dishes, or of tables, I'm sorry. Each table, because you're eating with your hands, each table has their own hand sanitizer, which I didn't show you guys that I did it, but trust me, I did it before I started eating. When I would touch the phone, I would try to get a little bit in between takes, although my phone, I kind of cleaned it with the hand sanitizer when we first sat on the table, because he told me everything gets eaten with your hands using the, I'm trying to remember the name of it, Iflea? Hold on, I gotta look at it. Injera. So before I grabbed any of the injera and stuff like that, I would just do that. But I'm not gonna be able to finish the baklava. I'm gonna take it home for my wife. I am, however, surprisingly gonna finish this because I feel like it's really cleaning the palate, and like, it feels so good when you drink it. With that said, guys, thank you so much for joining me today, joining me on my first Ethiopian food experience. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. We're super close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. I really want to make it a goal to hit it by the end of the year, because once I hit 1,000 subscribers and we start growing more, I'm going to be able to expand more and start maybe going to more restaurants a week, being able to visit fancier, more elegant places more often rather than once in a blue moon, and also start being able to do multiple things in the month of December. This is a goal that I have. I can't guarantee that it'll happen, being completely sincere. I know a lot of you, and I mean a lot of you, have asked me about Food Truck World. I will let you guys know that there's two. There's one that's right next to Old Town by Celebration in basically Orlando, in Celebration, Orlando, right next to the theme parks, really close to Disney, and there's over 40 food trucks there that I really do want to focus on doing videos there, and maybe take up the whole month of December doing that, because I like it because of the cool temperature. So maybe it'll kick in from December to January, and we'll do like 8 videos there in those 2 months. That's my goal. That's what I'm going to try to go for. Being honest though with you guys, it is very expensive, all the food that's there. Given inflation and just given the fact that they created that area, it ended up being an advantage to some of the food trucks. Like, there's food trucks all over Orlando, and then the food truck that you can go to pretty much near my house, there's quite a few. Like, I think I showed you guys Pkwy, which is a Puerto Rican food truck, amazing, or food bus really, but it's amazing. And you know, their food was pretty much affordable. It was like $8-9. You get the big dishes for like 11. Versus the Food Truck World, you get almost the same thing, but it ends up being like $20 because of, like, I guess the convenience, because of where you are, since you have so many options, and they're very competitive in their prices, and they really jacked up the prices because it's right next to the theme parks. So I want to show you guys anyway, because that's, a lot of people want to go there, a lot of people like that. I am just being clear and honest with you guys about the pricing there. However, I found another kind of smaller Food Truck World. It has maybe like 10 food trucks. It's not called Food Truck World. I'm just kind of using it as a reference. And basically, there's like 10 different food trucks with 10 different type of food. It's mostly Hispanic food, whether it's mostly Venezuelan food, but I think there's Colombian food there. There's like Hispanic fried rice, like Chinese places. Like, so I want to take you guys there as well at another occasion. I don't want to mix those two up, because those are a lot more affordable and you still get a lot of choices, just not as much as the Food Truck World. With that said, guys, thank you as always. I can't never, ever say it enough, and I don't think I ever will be able to say it enough. I will see you guys next Sunday, and until then, let's just keep on eating.